good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is time for the Boombar, reaching you from hot Lagos. My name is Sola Rogers.
And my name is Dolupo. Bid you a warm welcome to the bar this very interesting afternoon.
Welcome. My name is Tokunbo Ojekunle.
Okay, so it's going to be a very interesting day today. There are a few things that we're going to be talking about. And honestly, really, just a few things. They're just, how do I explain it? A few things that...
The topical?
Yeah, a lot of people are going to be... Okay.
Controversial?
Yeah, a few controversial things. Also, more like a few things, but they're different branches. A lot, you get, basically.
Like sitting room,
like you
parlor,
sit down.
the sitting room, parlor, and yeah.
You got it.
Compound and all that.
You sit down in the gist with federal government. There's a lot of different things. You see that with the EFCC.
That won't end. I was telling Shola this afternoon. I said EFCC has suddenly become a pest. Yeah, positively.
Okay, at this point, funny enough, you know, as sad as it might, or as nice as it might sound, I don't even think it's a positive thing because it also shows.
Really?
Yes, why I said so is because I think that it shows a lot of ills, a lot of wrongdoings.
Yeah,
that you would expect that.
Okay, now I get where you're coming from.
Do you understand? That's where I'm coming from. Like,
but I'm happy it's coming out.
I totally disagree with
it's coming out.
Dolupo's
It must come out.
no, I'm not saying it's not good that they're doing their job. I'm just saying
disagree
that if they're not people that are just horrible.
Oh no, I get.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
We won't be here.
You're saying it in a nice way, though. Yes, looking at the social
talking about CBN
framework.
Sorry, EFCC and all. so basically, that's where I'm going to also a bit of sports if time permits us. A few more updates from a few states here and there that we're going to be talking about as well. So please get back.
Okay, this is me. After muting the entire phone.
One more try.
No, I think it's your volume.
You'll be out of the studio, yeah?
Any which way, going right into today's stories, we know that President Tinubu is not around. He's not going to be around for the next couple of days. There's a video of him landing in the Netherlands, and from there he's supposed to be in Riyadh between 28th and 29th. So, and today is just 24th. So, looks like the president is not going to be back anytime soon. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we have a few comments already. eTouch Africa says, Baba Tokunbo, Sola Rogers, I cite you.
Oh.
Ola Dolupo. Oh, hi. How are you doing?
Hey, shout out.
Thank you.
Shout out to
He also says,
#,
corruption in Nigeria, who will kill who? We definitely will get to that.
Now we go kick her.
We will get to that. Any which way. So basically, we know that President Tinubu does his things, whether he's around or not. He has announced the appointment of new consulars in about 17 different countries, different ones. So we're going to be talking. So basically, just wanted to put that out there. Now, the real gist that a lot of people are waiting for is the EFCC. Now, before we get to other things, let's go back to the conversation that the EFCC chairman had with the media yesterday. It was heavily publicized, and he touched on a few things. First things first, he touched on the arraignment and the allegations that had been put on the former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, aka White Lion. Even though that's White Lion.
That one not be White Lion.
I'm not there.
eTouch Africa says EFCC seems to be on top of their game. At this point,
They are.
Yeah.
I agree.
You not
You
be
must
white,
agree.
bros. Lion no they hide like this. You not be White Lion.
Boys, he calls himself White Lion.
Yeah.
See your White Lion.
Yeah, white.
But he's no longer hiding. What is wrong with you people?
Who is not?
Oh, you know where he
You
is?
know,
I only said.
So Peter Man.
I only said.
Peter Man that said it. He said you know where.
No.
Wow. Meow.
Peter Man forgot to tell you when this together. He forgot to tell you when this together.
Wow. I was here defending you.
But Dolupo.
No, let me finish. I was defending you.
These allegations are they true?
Wow.
You know,
no, you are changing
because there is a lot of time that are
any which way.
Disposal.
The thing is that I do not think that the EFCC chairman would watching that interview yesterday.
Meow.
He shall said he's white lion. He's white lion. He's not your white lion. Ian South Africa says, however, I hope that the EFCC's job will not be jeopardized politically. If you watch the interview with the EFCC chairman yesterday, he said all he needs. He's not the one that gets judgment. All he needs to do is do their findings and submit to the court.
Professional.
So,
that's
really and truly, I think that lot of times, most of the time, some of these convictions and some of these allegations and arraignments also puts the judicial
I want them on their toes.
I want to say something about this comment from eTouch Africa.
Okay.
I know you read it now. However, I hope the EFCC's job will not be jeopardized politically. Yeah. It's a big fear that everybody has.
Yeah.
But I hope that we can also look at things without sentiments.
And I think
it doesn't feel.
Is this that was what made the EFCC chairman come out to say that he was going to resign?
Yeah,
if
that's the point. That's the point I was trying to make.
Yeah,
that it doesn't feel like that, and this is why. This particular chairman is bringing the vibes of that other chairman that made EFCC popular. You guys remember him? Yeah. He's now the NSA. It was Nuhu Ribadu. He was one of the few people that would sit down and have a press parley. When was the last time you saw an EFCC chairman come out and break things down like that? Do you understand? And I know what he has done. Just in case the people who gave him the job want to put any form of pressure on him.
Yeah, he's really put them. Yeah, he's put them.
I think that whether you like the government of the day or not, support the EFCC. Because the chairman of the EFCC is doing things that everybody expects of a proper crime fighting unit.
And he said a lot of things yesterday. He talked about how even before this whole thing dragged on, he called the former governor, which you would expect that is not, when we look at it professionally, he shouldn't have. Yeah. But he said that as a former governor, he put a call through to him, and that he said that the former governor had talked about.
He said they should come to his village.
They should come to his village to come and interrogate him. How do you
come and interrogate him?
Yes, he said in fact that he will bring him in through the chairman's gate, and that he would be interrogated in his own office. So it won't be your regular interrogation, or you would think that maybe people want to interview you or anything. And the man said that he should come to his village, as a white lion that he is. So but anyway, that's just by the way. But
I don't know who's writing the script.
But I honestly think, and I think that I get what you're saying. Like for the EFCC chairman to come out, it's basically indicting a lot of people in this matter, and he's telling people that you are the one, and he's trying to put a lot of facts out there.
Not only that, there's some intuitive intention or motive about the way he has gone. He's seen some signals we are not seeing.
Okay,
it's a little bit rare for I'm telling you, for the first time, let's look back. Who has been in charge of any of this kind of huge institution in this country and has boldly said, if this thing doesn't happen, I will resign?
It's rare.
Let's just look back.
Is where
we don't resign.
We don't go.
Just to chip in, because I know that there's a lot we want to talk about. Just to chip in something now. One of the excuses that the former white lion, at least
he's a white lion.
Dolupo,
he said he's a white lion.
Please
he's not your white lion.
Speak for your lion. Let me speak for my meow. The former white lion, now known as white meow, said that there is a senator in his state that he is afraid of. He said that the senator has paid media people to go and camp outside EFCC.
EFCC office.
So that when they are bringing him in for questioning, they will now
is it
publicize
being quoted or he actually said it?
No, he was being.
It's a direct quote by the EFCC chairman quoting him and their conversation.
eTouch Africa says so happy that he said he would resign if he's not able to prosecute Yahaya Bello. Sola Rogers, you've observed well. Yahaya believes he got some bites. Okay, so the honest truth is that sadly it might sound I might sound cliche or sound like a broken record, or so maybe this doesn't sound, it might not sound really nice, but it is what it is. And what I have to say is the fact that I think that Yahaya Bello brought all this drama on himself. Why I said so, we're not even got into the allegation that the EFCC chairman had talked about yesterday. We've not even going there. But the truth is that he's not the first former governor that will be invited by the EFCC. We've even seen people that there's a lot of evidence against, but they are still in court. The case is still in court and all that. Because the truth is that all the EFCC can do is bring over their findings and then arraign him in court. When he gets to the court, he's off the hands of the EFCC. So whether all they can do is the hands of maybe their lawyer to explain their case as much as they can. So you are not the first. And sadly, it might sound, he will not be the last governor.
Look,
there's a whole governor sitting down at the moment that has a case, before he even became governor, has a huge case in the EFCC.
As much as this is wrong, whatever we're saying is not in tune.
It's not ideal.
What she said,
but it's true.
Is a reality. The other reality is even the indicted ones are walking free now.
They are walking free. So what is it?
Two former governors that went to jail.
Yeah,
they got pardoned.
They got pardoned by the president.
The president will tell you that it's not him.
What do they call themselves?
That committee shall pardon them. The other governor that was arrested and jailed outside Nigeria, he's walking free now.
Came back to Nigeria
he's in charge of his government.
I'm not saying.
He also says lots of former governors will surely go down after Yahaya Bello, God willing.
They ones walking around.
Amen.
How heavy were the allegations against them?
They were all heavy.
You know the funny thing? Okay, let me give you a typical example. There's an allegation, a major allegation, which is about 3 times the amount of money, EFCC is alleging against Yahaya Bello. About 3 times the amount with this against the sitting governor of Rivers State. It's not that they said, it is right there. There is major allegations. He was about to be arrested. He was kind of smuggled out. This person is a governor right now. I'm sure, obviously, they cannot open that case until he stops being governor. Maybe he will do 4 years, maybe he will do 8 years. We don't know. But like I said, brings back the fact that you are not the first person. A lot of allegations of way much more than that have been leveled against a lot of people.
But it's obvious, based on the fact that he's running around and hiding, that
you have something to hide.
Hiding something.
It doesn't make sense.
We cannot judge him until he gets to court, but we can opinionate.
One interesting.
It looks very, very.
One interesting allegation that was leveled against him yesterday. Yeah, very interesting. Is where it was said that he had removed $720,000 to pay for school fees for his child in advance.
No, what child? Was children, you mean?
Child was what they said. In advance.
Okay. That's expected to cover the whole...
Yeah, I think that
for as long as a guy
I think in anticipation reading. That since he was leaving the government house, so he can... Let's just... Kogi State is going to pay that money.
Means therefore that the boy, the child must not drop a class.
Yeah, pretty much. But let's even call it speed a speed. Any governor in this country, without even stealing, are you saying that you cannot afford, even after you leave government? now it's not even about your wants or needs anymore. It's just pure greed.
I think he has to come out and answer questions.
I will see. These things are going to.
We don't waste more time on him. He's got to come out. Let's see. Let's see how it goes.
Anyway, also the EFCC chairman had talked about how they had shut down they had frozen about over 300 accounts. With a lot of people doing a lot of damage to the Nigerian forex market. How they have recovered a lot of money from people, fraudulent human beings, and they've gotten over 1,000 convictions in about 6 months that he's been
1,000 convictions.
Yes, more than 1,000 convictions. So I think that the EFCC
really wrong? What's going on?
Is on a good path. I don't think anything. I don't think that there's anything going on. I think that those numbers don't alarm me. Why I said so? I don't think that the crime increased. I think that EFCC finally decided to step up their game and do the right thing.
The crime also increased. If there's no crime, EFCC won't function this way. EFCC is more effective. I agree.
That's it. I don't think that the crime increased. I think that there's just more convictions now. Yes, I actually don't think the crime
do you convict?
Increased.
Who do you convict? Who gets convicted?
The criminals. That's the point. The crimes did not increase. Those crimes were always there. People would always keep doing those things, but the only reasons why we hear a lot of it is because people are getting caught.
Because they perpetrate these things that are grievously wrong.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're not wrong. I'm saying that these things have always been there. They will always be there. The only conversation different now is the fact that some of them are getting caught. That's it. That's the way I see it anyway. But eTouch Africa says former political office holders and top civil servants must not be spared. And on top of it, loads of 7 politicians and office holders must be investigated and prosecuted. More than 1,000 convictions include Yahoo criminals. Oh yes, of course. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yes.
Absolutely.
So basically, we will definitely be following the work of the EFCC at the moment. I think they're on a very good trajectory, and we definitely will go on. Still talking about the EFCC. Interesting news coming from one of the arrests that was announced that they did yesterday was that the EFCC had arrested former aviation minister Hadi Sirika for fraud.
I'm unavailable.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's not about the Airbus, is it?
Airbus. Mr. T. Hadi Sirika of the Nigeria Heirloom Fair.
I asked the question.
You know, the only thing that this reminds me of, I remember that a few weeks ago there was an interview with the current aviation minister where he was talking about a lot of
revelations.
Yes, a lot of things that he couldn't even say, but that there was a lot of investigation going on and a lot of things that had happened in the Ministry of Aviation.
If we really wanted to set up a Nigerian wing carrier, a Nigerian owned or Nigerian partly owned carrier, it doesn't take 8 years. If we really wanted to do it, it doesn't take 8 years. It took them about 4 years to design a logo.
You know, the honest truth for me was that when the Nigerian Air thing, when they started talking about the Nigerian Air, it looked like it was promising. Of course, we didn't know a lot of things that were happening underneath. But also, in fact, it got to a point where I think when President Tinubu came in and the whole thing was announced that it was going to be stopped, like it was a pause on it. Yeah. I kind of felt sad. I'm like, I thought that this thing was like almost done. Why would you suddenly just stop it? Apparently, what you don't know, you don't know. So, you know, in parts, you don't know a lot. In fact, at this point, we don't know nothing. And I remember that this particular minister had even come on TV, had coming to explain breaking a lot of things down and sounding very intelligent. Very intelligent. So at times when you see English is not. People say that English is not.
Excuse me, please. Leave the English matter. He sounded intelligent. Yeah. Now, isn't he intelligent after all?
No. Sorry.
Excuse me.
Why I said I don't want to seem like I'm promoting
intelligence.
No,
Right?
like I'm promoting.
Hey.
Wait. I'm promoting crime, but
We are promoting.
I don't want to. I don't want you to
look
seem
you're
like
not promoting.
that. No, I'm
No,
just
she's
saying.
about
Let me
to say
finish
something.
something. Let me finish what I was
Okay,
saying.
say please say.
But if you want to steal money and you are caught in the act, you are not smart.
You're not smart.
You are
Okay.
I have a confession, guys, and my confession.
What is what doing at all?
My
is what doing
confession.
when.
My confession is to the whole
It
world.
is true.
You know, you're watching a
You
movie.
either do it or
You're
you
watching a
don't.
movie. You're watching a movie, and you know there's the bad guy
Dolupo.
and there's the good guy. Then you see all the things that the bad guy has gone through. At some point, you're hoping that the bad guy survives. Do you ever get that feeling like, this guy, maybe no kill him?
They are Pacinos, yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I start to check myself. Say, are you a bad guy? Because look at the story. This
Do you
guy
understand?
is a bad guy. But you see, the bad guy gets away, and the part of me is happy. Like, yeah.
What is what
You
doing
know?
at all is what doing well.
So-
Anyway, we have a few comments.
The only thing is any bad person caught in this
You are a mumu?
So
according to Dolupo, you are not intelligent.
You are not.
So movies.
And according to the bar, we should congratulate EFCC for at least digging
Good job.
up.
So,
digging up.
Movies
They
like
are digging up.
Ocean's 11,
Oh.
Yeah.
Ocean's 12, they are bad guys now.
Bad guys.
But they got away, you
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
And we celebrate it.
Yeah.
But in our reality, why do you think that you need to steal so much? Honestly. Why? And if you're going to
What
steal,
are
steal
you-
intelligently now.
Still intelligently,
No,
and you are
I
not
won't
caught.
even agree
There
about
are-
that intelligent thing.
There
The
are
fact is,
allegations.
why do it?
What
Whatever
I agree
for.
with you.
You are a
that
minister.
see,
You are a minister.
Your own stops at the why.
You are a
My own stops
minister.
at the when properly.
No, how?
you
how?
know,
Yours should be how.
See, the truth of the matter is that I say, the truth is that whether we like it or not, some of these things will happen. You cannot do it.
We have comments.
You probably don't agree with it. But
We have comments.
I know, but the truth is that it happens. So if it happens, if you are going to do it at all, do it well.
Do it well.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Yes.
they said that if you're a senator, send it well. It's a song.
If you are a thief when.
EFCC.
Anyway,
you got some aids here.
BC616 says the EFCC boss is a mumu. How do you declare someone wanted when Yahaya has police with him? Besides, you serve a letter of invitation or declare him wanted. So apparently, let me break a few things down. So he was invited a couple of times. He did not answer. Then they got an arrest warrant for him. Then they went to his address, and then that was where there was a lot of police and all these things.
Some
Yes,
hocus
so,
pocus.
yes, so yes, you were right. And then it was after that he now got declared wanted. Immediately after that, the Inspector General of Police also withdrew every single police.
aids,
Hey, but that's the point. The point where they were withdrawing them, maybe they were somewhere with him. That's where they now go there now, you know, and they go and
No,
you know,
it was
but
after he had already
removing
been.
the aids.
No, I think the aids were removed
What was the
after.
sense in that? Sorry. Really?
Why would you remove
No,
the
hold
aids?
it. Hold
No,
it.
because they
We're
were
looking
they
for
were
someone.
They were part of the plot
And the
that
aids,
prevented
to me,
the EFCC
were
from
the
arresting
baits.
him.
Were the baits of government around the person. Right? So easily your bait could have been pulled. Hey, come, we're going for
Yes,
him. You now withdraw the aids. And
So-
the guy is on his own. I don't get it.
So-
and then you now declare the guy wanted. Immediately the aids were out.
That's the point that we're making. That the point where those guys moved out, that was a good time for them to move in.
But at
move in.
this point,
Immediately.
the sad part with it is that I think that the EFC should have gotten a hold of the Inspector General to have pulled out those aids before
they left
went,
Abuja.
Before they went, because it was after there was a lot of magic happening. It was after that then
but-
the aids.
but-
So at that point,
that would have been a masterstroke.
Do you-
yes.
do you
But
guys,
anyway-
do you guys also remember that the day this drama happened, we actually pointed this fact out.
We
And
did.
it's not the first time that it's happening. You saw when they were going to arrest some people in Rivers State. Yes, on weekend went there as governor with police.
You
So
should
you're
have-
wondering,
you
like,
should have
wait,
removed those
wait,
police
oh,
right
wait,
there and
oh,
then.
It's government police that wants to arrest this person.
Okay, so
it's
there's
government
a
police
whole
that is protecting the
conversation
person.
that is happening on YouTube. Touch Africa says EFCC and Airpeace are my top joy happenings in Nigeria. Seriki could not achieve under him. Oh, I'm sure you will say
yeah, sure.
what's it called?
Okay,
No, you know what I think what he's saying is Hadi Sirika. I think he's about to say under him with the current top man in aviation. BT 616 now for dream where they fly Nigerian Air. Besides, Nigerians fly between 1 and 2 a.m. daily. That's BT 616.
That's Edo Air.
Peter Man says, I beg you, now the idiot Malam, former AG that I want EFCC.
No. Be editing. No. I don't want to allow.
Even he didn't spell it like that.
But that was what he looks like.
You are now adding yours, so somehow I don't understand.
I'm not adding anything. I'm just reading like that. Peter Man says, Dolupo, don't annoy me. Did Bobrisky get a courtesy call? Stop defending your fellow Ajebola folks, I beg. Okay, so Bobrisky, yes, he was invited now. He was invited, actually.
No, he showed up. Didn't he show up?
Yeah, and he did show up. So I don't even think that we can compare. He showed up. White lion, John Saleh Toby, a white lion. Is he a white lion?
It's my white lion. It's me.
Let me explain.
I am the chairman of lion allocations.
You know.
This guy is not a white lion.
Says a Nigerian flagged airliner would come to be all the government should do is partner with Air Peace, just as Ethiopian has partnership with the country's government, not necessarily set up its own. I don't think that we can say partner with Air Peace, because what happens to the rest? Everybody too say they want to partner.
Air Peace is flying Lagos-London route now, and other airlines that step up their game will be allowed to fly too.
Exactly.
That's the kind of partnership that they can allow. But if they still want a flag carrier, it's the same structure with the Ethiopian Air, but it just might not be the way Adi Sirika set it up. Do you understand? Because it's shrouded in a lot of...
How did he set it? Was it set up to
fail?
But
wait, so you people...
My question now is this.
Let me ask
my
Okay,
question.
listen to this. Your government is on the way out. You did not set up Nigerian Air in 8 years.
Okay.
But your government is leaving in a few days' time.
You
now paint an Ethiopian Air... Meanwhile, there are websites that you can use to track every plane.
Tokunbo,
wait. Let me just drop this.
Go on. Yes, please. Okay.
Then the plane is painted in the colors of Nigerian Air.
Okay.
Flies to Nigeria. They bath it the way they bath plane, new plane. They wash it, and the plane flies back. It's painted back in Ethiopian Air colors.
And comes back
and starts to fly Ethiopian
again.
That's the way he set it up.
I'm telling you, it was set up to fail.
Okay, so
Shola, don't you get it? It was deliberately set up to fail.
Can I say something?
And
can I say something?
Failed, hasn't
you
it?
people are even deviating from the gist. Because his arrest and the allegations against him is not even about Nigeria Air. People, I don't even like what you pass.
Alone.
The main gist is that the EFCC arrested him over an ongoing about 8 billion naira money laundering probe, where it was said that he was giving his own brother contracts
that he did not do. Allegedly.
No, Dolupo, can you revisit that line, please? I beg you. No, revisit that line for me. I'm sure.
So this is not Nigeria.
People want you to read it again. No, this particular one. Read it, reread it, please.
Criminal breaches of trust and money laundering amounting to 8 billion, 69 million, 176,864 naira during his tenure in office. There's also the activities of conspiracy, abuse of office, diversion of public funds, and contract inflation.
Okay, so those are the issues. When you're done, there's a message from Peterman.
The sum is said to be for 4 aviation contracts from the foreign minister to a company known as Engirios, which Nigeria Limited, owned by his younger brother Abubakar Sirika. Worst part,
it's a family
they didn't do it. This work.
They didn't.
That's the worst part.
They were paid, but they did not do the job.
That's the sad part. Like,
allegedly.
Even if you give your brother, which was already a crime,
it's wrong.
Yeah,
Nepotism.
They did not even do this work.
So, Peterman says, why is Dana Air still allowed to fly in Nigeria? Another airport accident again.
Okay.
Ban Dana Air.
So as of today, their license has suspended as of this morning. Their license has been suspended.
They're working on that.
You know, Dana Air was very smart when that mishap happened at the airport. They were quick to ground the plane.
The plane itself.
The airplane was grounded. But government looked past that and said, I beg, you and your entire crew ain't going nowhere. So as it stands,
I like the promptness though. I like that.
Suspended.
Yeah, I like
they've
that.
been suspended. You know,
It's a new SAR here. Oh.
yeah,
It's a new.
It is.
Anyway, we're still not done with the EFCC. As
Why
the
you-
EFCC.
Drum rolls, please.
Drum roll, please. Okay, internet
Institution of the year.
Okay, it's Dolupo, not Dolapo. Please, no commodity to at this point. These people want to take off my teeth. You agree? Anyway,
Oh, it's a tit thing I'm laughing about. Oh.
EFCC files fresh charges against guess who? Who else?
Who?
I'm on available.
Shola's best
They
cop.
know they see me.
Shola's best cop.
The CBN no, not CBN Governor. Former. Thank you very much. In fact, a former because they are
longest
serving CBN Governor. I guess the gist that he used 18.9 billion.
Pause. When you call these figures, Dolupo, always pause for dramatic.
With respect,
For
please.
dramatic.
Dolupo, with respect. I don't like it. Don't run through those things
emphasis.
like that.
Please.
Let me finish.
Dramatic
Let's start
and
again.
emphatic emphasis.
EFCC
Start again. I'll begin again. Sorry.
Is now has filed fresh charges against Emefiele, saying that he used 18.9 billion naira to print 684.5 million naira.
Excuse me, please. You use. No, I'm getting the picture. The
I'm
picture
going
is
to do some
blood.
division.
The picture is blood.
Nigeria, we hate thee.
Dolupo, don't bother. Your calculator, no, your calculator will not record the numbers. It will not record the numbers.
18
billion. You have to go to the other side to continue.
18 billion.
Let me explain something.
Allegedly print 600 and something
Shola, really,
billion.
was it the period we were using money to buy money?
Yes, sir.
The same period, yeah?
Yes, sir.
That the POS were making money off us.
One palaroni, sir.
But why is it that we do not conclude investigations? They come back in pieces. Why the investigation coming out in pieces?
I think they are doing it
Why?
purposely.
No,
Why?
Tokunbo, you see, in the past,
Yeah.
when they were quick to rush their investigations,
Yeah.
there would be some areas that they didn't cover. And a lot of the people that they are trying to indict would walk away on a technicality. Since all of those things happen, if you notice now, the EFCC and maybe the NDLE or whatever, they are selective and strategic with their prosecution. So maybe there's a 14-count charge somewhere. They don't mind bringing 4 out first. And there's nothing wrong against it. So they bring that out. There's a case on that. That case, maybe that is enough grounds to even have that person remanded. Do you understand? Because if they don't have those grievous issues, the person can walk on bail. Then jump bail. So now, that's why I said it last year, the first time this person was arrested, that he was on his way out of Nigeria. He was arrested, and they quickly had to get something to hold him down. So he was on having firearms without license and all those things. Those things were just basically to hold him down while the investigations continued, because investigations had not been concluded. So now that they have gotten to this stage, expect more. I'm telling you that they are not gone. They are not done, because also remember that there's a case that is ongoing against him and witnesses are being called. Do you get? So this is how it's going to happen.
Okay,
this is the
so
best way.
I did a bit of calculation, and 18.9 billion or 684.5 million
Naira, put
is
naira there.
naira. Yeah, no, that's even
No,
even before the naira.
Right now, we want
no,
to
wait, before the naira, 684.5 million is about 27 times the amount. 27 times 18.9 billion naira.
27 times 18
Seven.
points.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So
you are also confusing me small.
no. That amount
I want to put
that
my,
was produced.
Let me reset, please. I want
The
to reset.
amount that they used to produce is
27 times
The value.
The
That
value.
is where I'm confused now. I'm coming back to your sense, my set.
Yeah.
Okay, so times 27 times.
Yes. To produce that.
Dolupo 2 and 7.
Yes, I did quite a bit of calculation.
it's just
27
like
times.
it's just like you walk into a supermarket now and you see your favorite drink like Tokunbo now likes Gordon's.
Excuse me.
Gin, the pink one with tonic water, and they say Gordon's gin is 6,250,
They finish
and
me,
tonic water
oh.
is 400 naira. Everything is
That's not even the
6,750.
issue. Go ahead.
Tokunbo now says 6,000. Everything is 7k. I rounded up 7k. Tokunbo now dips into his pocket, multiplies 7k by 27, and pays them and says, "Oh, give me one bottle. This money will buy 27 bottles." Murphy, Bobo, Murphy, my guy. Who's your guy?
I will still go back
it's a
to.
serious
I will
matter.
still go back to the gist
It's a
of.
serious
Wait,
matter.
I will still go back to the
I
gist of.
I am
If you are going to,
flabbergasted.
if you are going to
Wait.
steal with sense.
No.
How do you?
Steal at
Don't
all.
steal, don't
Don't
steal.
steal, please. Don't steal. Don't
I
listen to her.
get the point that you shouldn't
what?
steal, but as what I'm saying, that I think that these people are extremely unintelligent. You cannot. How do you use billions of naira to print? It's not even up to 1 billion. What you printed is not even up to 1 billion, and you used 18.9 billion naira, and we all saw it. All you did
Where
was
was the printing? Where did the printing take place?
was I there?
Who cares?
I
Okay,
want-
Palaro ni.
I want
Was
to
I
know.
there?
I want to know. Was
And
it
all
done
they
here
did is change color.
or where? Was it done abroad?
I don't like this thing.
Because it's part
You
of this
think that
27 thing you are talking
I work
about.
with CBN. We are on television, oh. Please
That's
don't be letting
27.
anybody. That's why they'll say Dolupo Ojekunle. Anyway, before you go on, eTouch Africa says the company that got Lagos Calabar Coastal High is another charade.
Where is this one going?
As I checked the company up on
Yeah.
Company House, but I did shocked as it never handled any rail or road projects in the UK. So how such be? Okay, so I've not done.
Okay,
We've not done a
the
search of
Lagos
that.
Coastal Road is being handled by iTech, and I think iTech has done some construction in Nigeria, quite a few actually. I don't know if they've done rail before, but I know they've done road construction. In fact, the Ekpe road,
They still have their
is the same
is it the
concrete technology.
Signal, they still have their I'm not saying it's Signal or
Yeah,
something.
but I don't think they're a British company. I think iTech is registered in Nigeria. It might be registered out there
Out
too.
there as well,
but
but
they're registered
yeah,
in
so
Nigeria. But yes, I don't know if they've
we will
handled rail
check.
before. But I know that they've done road construction.
We would actually check on that.
We'll check on that,
We'll
bro.
definitely check on
You
that.
know,
So
yeah.
anyway, Sha, all you Miffy people,
Eh?
all you Miffy people, just for
Why are you giving people names today? You gave
Miffy.
like White Lion. You
No,
do-
not that-
I
That's
didn't
what I
give.
said that
No, I didn't give him White Lion. No,
I thought I heard from this. Who
Is
was
you-
saying White Lion?
Is
Who
meow.
have
No,
come-
I said it. That's what he calls himself.
Okay.
White Lion.
I heard White Lion from
And
here.
that's why I said
And
that.
I hear something from
I didn't
there.
give
No, you
him
said
the
she's
name.
giving him a name.
What?
She didn't. It's his name.
It's what he calls himself.
That's his former name.
AKA, like, you know, when Tokunbo calls himself, what do you call himself? What does he call himself?
Aloku.
Ah,
Aloku now.
What?
Tokunbo is Aloku.
Say it.
I not say that.
Say
I
it.
don't
Say
know what
it.
that means.
You say it.
I don't even know what
This
that
one
means.
can say it too.
I don't know what that means.
Bro,
I don't know. I
see my
don't
life.
know. I
Aloku
don't know.
Okunrin.
See my life. Okay, don't worry.
Any which way, so we definitely be following a lot of gist from the EFCC. The EFCC doesn't look like they're slowing down
Well
anytime
done,
soon.
well done,
They're
well
giving
done,
it hot,
Well done.
and definitely we would
Well
go
done.
on with it. So quickly, a bit of, I don't want to call it entertainment news, but maybe it is entertainment news. Going all the way to the US, as the US Senate has now passed a TikTok ban or divest bill. Basically, what they're saying is that TikTok in the US has to sell off its shares within 1 year in the US, or they get a total ban in the US. There's a lot of for and against on this matter. Of course, I think that basically because it's a Chinese company, that's why the
So-
US is doing what they're doing.
So yeah, for and against, TikTok is owned by China, more or less. It's a Chinese company doing very well across the globe. and arguably one of the biggest social media platforms today.
Yes, it is.
You might not be on it, but trust me, there are more people on TikTok than you would know. Until you get there, then you find out. Somebody's probably even doing you there. Okay, but you might say, oh, why is the US doing this? It's not fair. After all, there's Twitter and all these other US-based social media companies that are also spread around the world. But if you get to China, you find out the US-owned social medias are not even allowed there.
They are not allowed there as well, yeah.
They're not allowed there. So I think this is reciprocity. What's that drama again?
Reciprocity.
Reciprocity, like Tokunbo said.
Anyway,
in Russia, it's the same thing.
The same
they have
thing
their own
as well.
social media.
Don't kill me.
You understand? So
Leave that thing.
Say it again.
You are very correct.
Say it again one more time.
It's a diplomatic war going on.
Exactly.
Very tough one going on.
Yeah, it is.
And what they see is recently, I think yesterday or so, they actually said that there is not a contract though being handled in America by supposedly to be handled by Americans.
All right.
And unfortunately, Chinese were actually contacted to carry out
do the real
right
job.
now. They're thinking of stopping it because everything that is going on there is being read in China.
Okay, so Peterman has a different angle to it where he says, it's because of the money. 170 million Americans use TikTok.
Commercial.
Yeah.
He could be right.
Yeah,
he could be very right. That's also another angle to it.
Yeah.
Also, quickly, popular incarcerated Yoruba actor Baba Ijesha that was convicted for sexual assault has now appealed his case. Asking the appeal court to vacate the conviction against him.
Okay.
So we're definitely waiting. The court has reserved judgment. So we'll see what.
How long after?
We don't know. That's depending on the court. The court will now give a date when they're going to give judgment. We know that when it comes to appeals, no new evidence comes in. They just look through what they
decide
have
based on what's on ground.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. A part of me feels that the appeal court should increase the. What's it called?
You want us to move on, right?
Yes, we're moving on from that. Anyway, quickly, interesting news coming from Rivers State. As former Attorney General of the of Rivers State, Professor Zacchaeus Adango, who had earlier resigned and that had been brought back, was yesterday redeployed to Ministry of Special Duties. Today, now decided to resign again.
He has resigned his decision to rescind his resignation. You understand? Oh, resign to resign the resignation. They now resign the resignation of his resignation. So in Rivers State now, if you do anyhow, you see anyhow. Mr. Fubara, Your Excellency, sir. Like if you politics that you people are paying, you might be the one to lose out. I'm worried for you.
Yeah, I'm actually really worried for the governor.
I feel that agreement is agreement, whatever that agreement is, because it's looking like you are on the losing side.
Okay, Peterman says, Dolupo, you have a secret admirer. Oh, okay, just delivering a message. Oh, okay. Hello. What do you say to that?
What?
Thank you.
You're asking me? You're asking the bar?
He
bar cannot help you.
He has experience of spending.
Okay, so Peterman says Fubara now one-term governor.
Yeah,
in fact, the truth is that the way he's looking, especially with his issues with the House of Assembly, what says he might even finish that one term?
Well, let's see. If the powers that be do not step in again, it's not looking good for him.
He might not even last this one
It's not looking good for him because most times
your assembly is the worst for you to be at loggerheads with.
When people look, a lot of governors have brought in their friends or their replacements. A lot.
From
the north to the south to the southwest, south. But most times they don't start this fight until the second term. Yeah. When you know you don't need anybody's endorsement anymore. Or whatever anymore. You understand? Look, even Obiano had a falling out with Peter Obi. It's well documented. Do you understand? It's well documented.
Well said. Well said, Shola.
In Akwa Ibom, the current speaker had a falling out with the person that replaced him.
Yeah, it's
in Edo State.
Oh yeah,
in Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole had a falling out. But notice,
it was
that the governor in Edo State did not do anything until it was re-election.
Yes.
You know, so Mr. Fubara, honestly, I don't know who advised you. You
Okay,
just, now
so
you collect work. You go calm down.
BT616 says village people don't enter Fubara case. I want Yami are involved. I think I agree at this point.
Because
Village
it's not
people
looking like no ordinary eyes. Moving on.
Anyway, so talking about assemblies, Kaduna Assembly has commenced a probe on El Rufai's administration. We will see where that gist is also going to. Also, Sokoto government has sacked 15 kings, basically, and district heads for aiding insecurity and land racketeering in the state.
Traditional rulers.
Yes, they have sacked them.
In Sokoto.
Yes, I think if you are culpable, it's. I don't think it's a different thing. Police have arrested UNN lecturer who assaulted married female student. No, so this gist yesterday was we couldn't get to the gist where the school had suspended this lecturer because there was actually there's a whole video on social media of this person basically cut pants down, assaulting a married woman for that. Yeah, literally. And now it is now official. Police have now arrested this person. These are the things that we like to see. We like to see expedited action on this kind of things. There's too many nonsense that happens.
The cobwebs too many.
Yeah.
Too many were cobwebs. We need to clean them up.
It's completely unnecessary. Okay, so there is still a few things that we'll do, but let's do a bit of sports and we'll see how much we can come back to. First things first. The Premier League club, very unnamed Premier League club, is said to have suspended 2 footballers who have been arrested over rape allegations. Now, interestingly, is that this club has not been announced. In fact, Wolverhampton Wanderers had to put out a statement that because a lot of people, a lot of people actually thought that it was their club that this person was people were involved with. They had to put out a statement that is not them. Nobody, at least information is not out yet which Premier League club exactly. But after they've been arrested, it has also been said that these 2 people have also been suspended. They said that they're about 19 year olds. Wow. So BT616 says, up Arsenal. Yeah, I was actually going to get to that. Shame on the haters. And he says, question, do you support castration for rapists? Yes, I totally agree.
My problem with that...
Why? How?
My problem with that is that... I don't know, is it 100% support? Can I support it 200%? Like, can we vote twice? Once? Yes, castrate them. Castrate them. This thing is supposed to be mutual. Then some people are not even attacking minors.
Yeah. Interestingly, with what you even said, we're going to go back to a story that broke today where the Lagos State Domestic Violence Court in Lagos had sentenced a man today to life in prison. Is supposed to be a software engineer who raped a child on Children's Day. That's
a clear one.
How?
I was going to say
how callous can you
castration be? Isn't enough. Yeah, for me, castrate and lock up for life.
Yeah, and
then occupy the person's name and whatever on the front page of the National Daily.
Oh, there's a law like that.
And let you run for 1 month. 1 month. With the person's name on it.
Yes,
they have a sexual offenders register now. In Ekiti, in Lagos, and I think maybe Kaduna.
Yeah, Kaduna also.
And Kaduna already passed this castration law.
Oh yeah, there's a law. There's a castration law in Kaduna already. BC616, it said, meanwhile, we're passing laws supporting pedos here in America. It is such a very sad thing that people we're living in very strange times, extremely strange times at the moment. But anyway, we're going back to sports. where it was.
What happened yesterday?
Football.
I think that is like you said, football. The honest truth is that yes, there's a lot of going on about Arsenal. Yes, even as an Arsenal fan, Arsenal defeating Chelsea 5-0. It's the first time they're going to defeat. That's the highest number of goals they've ever had against Chelsea ever. As much as it looks good, the truth is that this is not the first time this season Arsenal is having this kind of scoreline.
Five scores.
Yes, they've had 6-0. So a lot of people are looking at it from the Arsenal angle. We're looking at. I think people should be looking at it from the Chelsea angle. See, it is Chelsea.
No.
It's not just any team. It's supposed to be Chelsea.
Well, there's no need to beat about the bush and all of that. Look, there's something called pedigree. There's something called history. But there's also something called current form. Yes, it's true. So you must look for...
True. Shall I talk on, brother? Yeah.
You must look for a balance. Yeah. Based on current form.
The current form.
Regardless of the fact that Arsenal had lost maybe 1 or 2 games on a bounce, in 2024, there's no English team that's as successful as Arsenal when it comes to football. Do you understand? Based on the number of games that they had won. Mm-hmm. Before that dip in form. But they bounced back and bounced back big. Do you get? So, don't look at the pedigree or the history of Chelsea alone. Yeah, their recent successes. Yeah, we get that. But look at the fact that every year, Arsenal has been the butt of jokes for everybody. They're going to bottle it. They're going to bottle it.
A team without a cup.
You know? Then I looked a few months ago and I looked at them. I said, most of the things that should be in place are in place for them. Their top players are playing. Chelsea, on the other hand, look, if you check their table,
the standing of the table.
their substitutes.
Bench. The bench.
They have to go and get players from the under 18s and under 21. The same thing that Man United is doing now. They're bringing 4, 5, 6 players up. Do you understand? Because most of their players are injured. Now Chelsea on their own, they just buy. They buy without sense. That's the truth. But Arsenal don't have that kind of money, and they're buying the right kind of players, and the players are in form. There is no injury. Where's the major injury worry that Arsenal has? Yeah. So this is a good time for the Arsenal to actually win the league, regardless of what has happened. And that result, I don't want anybody to downplay it. It was first half 1-0.
No,
and second half they just went ballistic.
Even if they downplayed, Shola, there's nothing they can do about it.
So now
the 5-0 still stands.
We're still sticking a bit with Chelsea. Sorry, we're still sticking a bit with Chelsea. Everybody's talking about number one. Let me say everybody. Number one, there are a few issues. Number one, that once Cole Palmer at the moment is not playing, that's the end of that team. Number two, Pochettino is not that great a coach, that he needs to go. Number three, that the owner, Todd Bowley, and the fact that the UK government basically destroyed Chelsea because this cannot be happening with Abramovich.
Abramovich was never going to be there forever. Like, seriously. Because, before he came, Chelsea was not a great team. Then he came, and so what are you saying in essence? Look at the other teams. They've had ups and downs. Liverpool has gone through theirs. Man United are going through theirs. Arsenal have gone through theirs. Do you understand? So why are you holding on to one former owner? Please, let's leave that aside. And again, the man had to leave, and he left. So, excuse me. And if you've been in a club for 10 years, and you've not built structures that will make the club function without you, good luck to you.
I think is a call up for Chelsea against next season. Is a shocking call up. That's all I have to say.
The coach?
Look, everybody knows that I feel like Port now. I've already said it now. Mauricio Pochettino is not as good as they make him out to be. I said it. And everywhere he has gone, I've always said it. I don't even think he's an A-list coach. I don't think so.
But he's coached
a
lot of teams.
And what did he achieve there? What did he achieve? Look at the new Tottenham coach. How many players did he buy? But look at how well they're doing. I don't even remember the guy's name. Fantastic coach. Look at the way Arsenal Tottenham are playing without Harry Kane. And he had Harry Kane throughout. What did he win? What did he win when he had Harry Kane? Please don't be wasting time on Pochettino again. The problem with Chelsea is structural and is inborn. And then being stuck on one sugar daddy's money.
Sugar daddy's money.
Sorry, the
He's
daddy
gone.
there now has
Yeah,
money.
the daddy
He's
is-
buying players, but what's happening? It's because you don't have a good
Okay.
structure.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so we'll see where I'm still talking about football today. Now, Liverpool is going to be playing Everton. We'll be seeing, but because that's
That's the derby, man.
at
That's
this
it.
point we need
That's
They're not
the
England
Liverpool
derby,
needs
the
all the-
Merseyside derby.
They need.
they need
Merseyside
all
derby.
the points. I honestly don't see
Probably they need
Liverpool.
10-0, right?
Nah, maybe not.
This
I don't see
This is
Liverpool
one
not
of the
losing
reasons-
this game.
this is one of the reasons why I feel Liverpool are going to have a hard run in. It's a derby. Forget the position of the two teams.
Oh boy.
It's a derby,
True.
and
That changes a lot of things.
Everton
Yes.
might be a tough nut to crack.
You never
it
can tell.
definitely.
There's a comment
You
by
never
Peter
can
Man.
tell.
Oh, okay. So, it says, I strongly believe Jackson is playing Babajebu, taking bet against his own team, Chelsea.
And himself.
How can you miss 9+ 1-on-1 in one game?
You can't be that bad.
The truth is that, even in Senegal, what does he play? He's benched a lot.
This Senegal, be Cote d'Ivoire, wherever.
Well, I think
Senegal.
it's Senegal.
Senegal.
He's benched a lot. So
And he's starting for
which
Chelsea.
I agree with you that
Shows you
Chelsea
where they
just seem to have a lot of money to throw around. What exactly? Who are they buying?
The statistics are weak for them.
It's not-
Strategies aren't there anymore.
It's not working. It's not definitely not working.
See, he better make una go bring one of those Chelsea babes from the Chelsea women. Make the person come play 9.
Because at this point,
I will tell you.
it's not looking good. But you wonder, like, this is the same Chelsea.
When
Okay,
Shola
was
talks
Cole
like this,
Palmer,
I'm scared of.
because
same way
they're the
talk
ones
about
that beat
midfielding.
6-0 last week now. Everton 6-0 last week.
Yes.
But anyway, quickly before we go, federal government has secured discounted CNG prices from the Nigerian Mainstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority as it prepares to roll out.
Roll
Buses.
it.
Let's
They
see.
say that they're going to roll out before May 29th. Also, I don't
Roll
know
you.
if we talked about it
Let
yet.
us see this thing now. Bro, let's see it now. Why are they doing this now?
We still went to buy gas today,
Uh-huh.
although it has come down small, 13,000.
Yeah, again, yeah.
Also, rice prices have now crashed by about 20% in Nigerian
Is it like
markets. Yes.
right?
Yes, said rice.
Rice,
prices.
right?
Only
Yes.
20%. Only 20.
It's coming down gradually.
We're getting somewhere.
Let it come down more.
We're getting somewhere. Anyway, on that note, that is all we're able to take today on the bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you very, very, very much for watching. Thank you so much for the comments. We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. West African time to give you another wonderful edition of the Boombar. Do
Thank
have
you.
a beautiful, beautiful
Shola,
day.
thank you. Dolupo, thank you.
What?
Tokunbo, you too.